Have you ever laid in bed at night staring at the ceiling, wondering why your heart races a little too fast, or why your thoughts feel a little too foggy? Maybe you wake up feeling tired even though you slept 8 hours, or perhaps your memory isn't as sharp as it used to be. You walk into a room and forget why you're there if you're over. These small changes can feel frustrating, even a little scary. But what if I told you that a big part of the solution might be as simple as what you eat before you go to sleep? Yes, the right bedtime foods can work like gentle medicine, calming your heart, supporting your brain, and helping your body repair itself while you rest. In the best part, these aren't exotic, hard-to-find ingredients. They're simple, nourishing, and backed by science. Tonight we're talking about the 3 foods every senior should eat before bed, especially if you care about heart and brain health. Because after 60, every choice matters a little more. Let me tell you about someone who helped me realize just how important this really is. Her name was Margaret, 78 years old, a retired school teacher from Oregon. Margaret had always been sharp, the kind of woman who could still recite Shakespeare and help her grandkids with their math homework. But a few years ago, things started to shift. She began forgetting small things, names, dates, why she opened the fridge. Her doctor brushed it off, said it was normal aging, but Margaret didn't buy it. She believed in elderly wisdom and listening to your body, and she was determined to find a better way. So she started small. She changed what she ate before bed. Not her whole diet, just those final bites before sleep, and the results in just 3 months. She was remembering more, sleeping better, and her doctor noticed her blood pressure and cholesterol had improved too. So what was Margaret eating before bed? That's what we're about to uncover. Starting with food number 1. Something simple you might already have in your kitchen. Let's talk about walnuts. Now I know what you might be thinking. I've heard nuts are healthy, right? But walnuts in particular are a gift for anyone over. Why? Because they're packed with alpha and oleic acid, or a LAA, plant-based omega-3, that supports both heart rhythm and brain function. And here's the kicker. Research from UCLA found that seniors who regularly consumed walnuts performed significantly better on memory tests than those who didn't. Not just slightly, significantly. Walnuts also help lower inflammation in the body, something that becomes increasingly important as we age. Chronic inflammation has been linked to everything from heart disease to Alzheimer's, and when you eat a few walnuts before bed, just a small handful, maybe 6 or 7 halves, they help your body relax, reduce nighttime inflammation, and feed your brain healthy fats while you sleep. But it's not just the nutrients, it's also the ritual. Margaret told me she'd sit by her window every night with a cup of warm herbal tea and a few walnuts in a little bowl. It became her way of saying to her body, I care about you. I'm still fighting for you. That kind of mindset, it does something powerful. Elderly reflections like Margaret's remind us that how we treat ourselves even in the quiet moments matters deeply. So tonight, if you're reaching for chips or cookies, try this instead. A few walnuts. You're not just snacking, you're giving your heart a break, your brain a boost, and your body a little love. Now let's move to food number 2. This one might surprise you. It is not a trendy health food. It's not expensive. In fact, you might walk past it every time at the grocery store without even noticing. But it's one of the most powerful foods for aging brains. I'm talking about kiwi. Yes, kiwi. That fuzzy green fruit that's often ignored in favor of bananas or apples. But let me tell you, after 60, kiwi might be your best friend at bedtime. Why? For starters, it's one of the few fruits that has been directly studied for its effects on sleep quality. In a 2011 study published in the Asia-Pacific Journal of Clinical Nutrition, researchers found that older adults who ate 2 kiwis an hour before bedtime fell asleep faster, slept longer, and had better sleep quality. But beyond that, kiwi is rich in vitamin C, vitamin K, and antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which are critical for brain and eye health. Seniors who eat high antioxidant fruits have better memory retention and slower cognitive decline, according to numerous studies. Let me share a story about Harold, a 72-year-old widower from New Jersey. After his wife passed away, Harold struggled with sleep. He felt lonely, anxious, and his mind would race at night. His daughter, a nutritionist, suggested he try a simple nighttime routine. 2 kiwis, a short walk, and no screens an hour before bed. Within a week, Harold was sleeping through the night. And more than that, he felt more balanced, more himself. This is what I mean when I say food can be medicine. Not dramatic, not flashy, but real lasting change. Kiwi also helps regulate serotonin, a neurotransmitter that supports mood and sleep cycles. That's why it works so well in the evening. It doesn't knock you out like a pill. It gently nudges your body back into balance. And when your sleep improves, so does everything else. Memory, mood, blood pressure, even your energy during the day. So what can you do? Add 1 or 2 kiwis to your evening. Eat them an hour before bed. Let it be your way of preparing your body for true rest. Not just closing your eyes, but giving your body a chance to heal and restore. Now, there's one more food I want to share in this part, and it's probably sitting in your fridge right now, but most people never think of it as a nighttime food. That's Greek yogurt. Now, before you say, isn't that breakfast food? Let me explain. Greek yogurt is a powerhouse for anyone over 60, especially before bed. Why? Because it's packed with casein protein, which digests slowly throughout the night. That means while you sleep, your muscles are being fed a steady stream of protein, preventing age-related muscle loss, which is a major concern for seniors. But that's not all. Greek yogurt also contains calcium, which plays a critical role in the production of melatonin, your body's sleep hormone. Without enough calcium, your body struggles to produce melatonin naturally. That's why so many older adults find it hard to fall asleep, and why a small bowl of yogurt can make such a big difference. There's also probiotics. The gut-brain connection is real. And for seniors, it's even more important. A healthy gut helps reduce inflammation, balance hormones, and support cognitive function. Think of it like this. When your gut is happy, your brain is happy too. I remember talking to Robert, a retired firefighter from Michigan. Tough guy, always active, but in recent years he'd started waking up stiff and groggy. His doctor said it was just part of aging, but Robert didn't want to accept that, so he started a simple habit: half a cup of Greek yogurt before bed with a drizzle of honey and a few crushed walnuts on top. He said within 2 weeks he felt like a new man, more rested, more focused, even his digestion improved. And here's the beauty of it. You don't need to overhaul your life. Just add one small bowl, a few minutes of care before bed. That's all it takes. So let me ask you, what are you eating before you go to sleep? Is it helping your body heal, or making things harder without you realizing it? Margaret, Harold, and Robert all discovered something powerful: that small intentional choices before bed can transform your nights and your days. You don't need to wait for a diagnosis or another restless night to make a change. Try these 3 tonight: a few walnuts, a kiwi, and a spoonful of Greek yogurt, and just see how you feel tomorrow. If you found this helpful so far, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear where you're watching from. Are you in the US, the UK, Canada, or somewhere else? Your story matters. And if you're ready to take better care of your heart and your brain, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss a chance to learn more. Because here on Elderly Reflections, we believe in motivation, in elderly wisdom, in life lessons that matter. Your health isn't just about numbers. It's about feeling alive, feeling connected, feeling strong. When you think about the final hours of your day, do you treat them like an afterthought? Many people over 60 still focus so much on what they eat for breakfast or lunch, but they forget that what you eat before bed may be quietly shaping how well your heart beats and how clearly your brain thinks the next morning. In part 1, we explored the gentle power of walnuts, the surprising strength of kiwi, and the nighttime healing of Greek yogurt. Simple, nourishing choices that help your heart stay calm and your mind stay sharp. But we're not done yet. There's more elderly wisdom to uncover, more quiet habits that can make a big difference. Let's continue with something warm, golden, and deeply healing. A drink that has been passed down through generations, known for its comforting effects. This isn't just a bedtime beverage. It's a gift for your arteries and your memory. I'm talking about turmeric milk, sometimes called golden milk. And no, it's not just trendy. It's ancient, used in Ayurvedic medicine for centuries. Turmeric contains curcumin, a natural compound. That's one of the most powerful anti-inflammatories known to science. Here's what's truly incredible. Chronic inflammation is a silent enemy. It builds slowly day by day, causing damage to blood vessels, brain cells, and organs. Many seniors don't even know what's happening until the symptoms show up: memory loss, joint pain, rising blood pressure, or even the first signs of cognitive decline. Curcumin helps fight that. And when combined with the natural fats in milk, it's absorbed better by your body. And it's not just theory. A 2018 study published in the American Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry followed older adults who took curcumin daily and found a significant improvement in memory and attention over 18 months, along with reduced buildup of harmful proteins in the brain that are linked to Alzheimer's. Let me tell you about Joyce, 81 years old. Lives alone in the countryside of Devon, England. She told me she used to feel the fog rolling around 8 p.m. Her thoughts slowed, her joints ached, and she struggled with restless sleep. Her granddaughter suggested turmeric milk before bed. It sounded strange at first, but Joyce was willing to try. She warned her milk stirred in half a teaspoon of turmeric, added a pinch of black pepper for absorption, and a touch of honey. She drank it each night like a bedtime ritual. 2 weeks later, Joyce said something she hadn't felt in months. "I feel like myself again." That's the power of food, not just as fuel, but as medicine, with a story. So how can you do it? Use about half a teaspoon of turmeric in warm milk, dairy or plant-based. Add a pinch of black pepper, which helps your body absorb the curcumin. And if you like a little cinnamon or honey, sip it slowly, let it soothe you. You're not just winding down your day, you're building a stronger tomorrow. Now let's talk about berries. Not just any berries, specifically blueberries, nature's brain boosters. You might think of blueberries as summer fruit, something sweet for a pie or a breakfast bowl. But what many seniors don't know is that just a small handful of blueberries before bed can do something extraordinary for your brain. Blueberries are rich in anthocyanins, a type of antioxidant that has been shown in multiple studies to slow brain aging by as much as 2.5 years. They help protect brain cells from oxidative stress, improve blood flow to the brain, and support the communication between neurons. And here's something remarkable. A 2016 study from the University of Exeter in the UK found that seniors who drank blueberry juice daily showed improvements in memory and brain activity, especially in regions responsible for planning and organizing. That's not just science, that's hope. I remember one man named Lewis, a retired mechanic from Kentucky at 7. He started noticing how often he forgot names. He'd walk into his garage and forget why he was scared, not of dying, but of forgetting the people and things he loved most. A friend told him about blueberries, and Lewis began having a small bowl each night before bed. He called it Blue Thinking Fuel. 3 months later, he wrote me an email that said, "I still forget things, but not like before. I feel present." Again, if you're someone who struggles with remembering words mid-sentence or wakes up feeling foggy, start adding blueberries to your evening. They're light, easy on the stomach, and deeply supportive of both heart health and cognitive clarity. And they pair beautifully with Greek yogurt too. A perfect combination for a nourishing, brain-boosting nightcap. So we've covered turmeric milk and blueberries, warm, rich, and vibrant gifts for your brain and heart. But there's one more I want to share before we end this part. And it's something often overlooked. Not a fruit, not a nut, not a drink, but a leafy green. Yes, a bedtime salad with spinach. Now, I know it sounds unusual. Who eats salad before bed? But let me explain why spinach might be the missing key to your heart health, especially after spinach is packed with magnesium, a mineral that plays a crucial role in regulating blood pressure, supporting heart rhythm, and calming the nervous system. Seniors who don't get enough magnesium often struggle with poor sleep, restless legs, anxiety, and even irregular heartbeat. And here's the twist. Magnesium is best absorbed by the body when it's eaten at night. That's because your body does most of its repair work while you sleep. Giving it the right minerals just before bedtime helps it do that job better. There's more. Spinach also contains nitrates, which help open up blood vessels and improve circulation, a big win for the heart. One study published in the Journal of Clinical Hypertension found that seniors who consumed more leafy greens had lower blood pressure and fewer cardiovascular events. And that's not all. Spinach also supports dopamine production, which helps regulate mood and motivation. Let me tell you about Maria, 69 years old, born in Spain, but living in Arizona. Every evening, she prepares a small salad with baby spinach, olive oil, and a few slices of avocado. She calls it her green peace. Her doctor told her at 65 that her blood pressure was creeping up. She didn't want to take medication yet, so she tried to heal with food. Within 4 months of adding this one, change a small spinach salad before bed, her levels were back to normal. You don't need a big bowl. Just a handful of greens drizzle with olive oil. Maybe add a sprinkle of sea salt or a boiled egg if you're feeling hungry. It's not about eating more, it's about eating smarter. So now we've added 3 more powerful foods to your bedtime routine. Turmeric, milk, blueberries, and spinach. That's 6 total. If you count the ones from part 1, imagine building a small plate or bowl each night. With a few of these, not a feast, but a mindful ritual. A walnut here, a spoonful of yogurt there, a few leaves of spinach, and a bite of kiwi. It's not just about nutrition, it's about dignity, intention, the kind of quiet strength that comes with choosing your health, even when no one's watching, because every small choice you make sends a message to your body. I'm still here, I still care, and I'm not giving up. If this speaks to you, I want to hear your voice. Tell me in the comments, what do you eat before bed? What do you want to try from today's video? And where are you watching from? Are you in Europe, North America, somewhere else? I'd love to know. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss future videos from Elderly Reflection. This channel is more than just information. It's about motivation, inspiration, and real-life stories that lift us up, because senior health is not about rules. It's about respecting your body, honoring your wisdom, and making each day and each night count. There's something sacred about the quiet of evening. Especially as we get older, the world slows down, the phone stops ringing, and in that stillness your body begins the work it was designed to do: repair, restore, remember, but only if you give it the right tools. In part 1 and part 2 we talked about 6 simple foods: walnuts, kiwi, Greek yogurt, turmeric, milk, blueberries, and spinach. Each one carefully chosen, not just for its nutrients, but for its power to support the 2 organs that define the quality of life after 60, the heart and the brain. Now, in this final part, we're going to bring it all together. We will explore how these foods fit into your routine, how to avoid common bedtime mistakes, and most importantly, how to reclaim your evenings with calm, clarity, and confidence. Let me start by telling you a story, one that still sits with me. George was 82, a retired dentist from Vermont, sharp-witted, kind-hearted, the kind of man who always had a quote or a riddle ready. But after his wife passed, George's nights got lonely. He stopped caring about dinner, started skipping meals, or worse, grabbing whatever processed food was. Quick crackers, sweet cereal, cold sandwiches. He told himself it didn't matter at my age, why bother? But his daughter noticed his once sharp memory dulled. His hands trembled more. He was falling asleep later and waking up groggy, sometimes dizzy. His doctor ran tests. His blood pressure was fluctuating and his cholesterol levels had spiked. But the most troubling part, his brain scans showed early signs of decline. That was when his daughter, a nurse, sat him down and said, "Dad, we need to take back your nights." And they did. Together. They created a small ritual. At 8:30 each evening, George would prepare a night tray. Just a few small things: a handful of walnuts, a bowl of Greek yogurt with blueberries, a glass of warm turmeric milk, no screens, just a quiet room, his journal, and sometimes a phone call with family. In 3 months, his sleep improved. He stopped waking up disoriented. He said his mind felt like a window wiped clean. That's what we're aiming for. Not a perfect diet, not a strict routine, just intentional nourishment, anchored in elderly wisdom and modern science. So now let's talk about how you can bring this into your life. Because motivation is one thing, action is another. Start with timing. Your body needs about 1.5 to 2 hours to process these gentle bedtime foods. That means your last small meal or snack should ideally be between 7 and 8:30 p.m., depending on when you go to bed. Avoid eating too close to lights out, not because of weight gain, but because digestion draws energy and blood flow away from your brain and heart. Let those systems rest when they need it most. Next portion, one mistake many seniors make is over-snacking, even with healthy foods. Remember, at night, you're not fueling activity, you're preparing for restoration. That means small, balanced portions. Here's a simple guide: walnuts, 6 to 8 halves, about a tablespoon Greek yogurt, half a cup, blueberries, a small handful around a quarter cup kiwi, 1 to 2 fruits, peeled and sliced spinach salad, just a handful of baby leaves with olive oil or avocado, turmeric milk, 1 cup warm. You don't need to eat them all at once. Choose 2 or 3 each night. Rotate. Listen to your body. Now let's address something important: what to avoid. Because just as some foods heal, others quietly harm, especially at night. Processed carbs, sugary snacks, salty chips, they spike your blood sugar, elevate nighttime blood pressure, and disturb your sleep cycles. Many seniors unknowingly snack on toast, crackers, or cookies before bed. These foods may feel comforting, but they trigger insulin and cortisol spikes, keeping your heart alert when it should be winding down. Another common trap: alcohol. While a glass of wine may help you fall asleep faster, studies show it disrupts deep sleep, increases nocturnal heart rate, and can raise the risk of early dementia. If you do drink, make sure it's earlier in the evening and not part of your bedtime routine. And remember this: hydration is good, but too much liquid close to bedtime, it means interrupted sleep, bathroom trips, and even risk of nighttime falls due to postural hypotension. So keep fluids light and sip slowly after 8 p.m. Now let's talk about ritual. Because food isn't just nutrition, it's a form of self-respect, a way of telling your body, I'm still caring for you. Build a simple evening routine, nothing complicated. Dim the lights, turn off the television, play soft music or silence. Prepare your snack mindfully with gratitude. Sit by a window or a lamp and take your time eating. Maybe write in a journal one line about something you're thankful for. These moments matter. They connect you to yourself. They remind you that even now, especially now, your life is still yours to shape. And if you're worried, it's too late to change. It's not. There's an 86-year-old woman in Minnesota who started this bedtime food routine after watching our video last spring. She emailed last week and said, "For the first time in 10 years, I feel like I'm sleeping with peace. And I remember my dreams." Again, that's not magic. That's nourishment. And let's not forget, all of this supports independence. Two seniors who sleep better, eat smarter, and reduce inflammation are far more likely to stay active, mobile, and mentally sharp. That means fewer medications, fewer doctor visits, and more days spent living, not just surviving. This is what elderly reflections are all about. Looking back with wisdom, moving forward with clarity, holding on to motivation, and letting go of habits that no longer serve you. So tonight, as you prepare for sleep, ask yourself, what did I feed my heart today? What did I give my brain to thrive? Did I choose foods that help me heal or habits that hold me back? And if you're not sure where to begin, start small. Maybe just a few blueberries or a warm cup of turmeric milk. Let that be your first step. The rest will come. Before we end, I want to truly invite you to become part of this growing family here on Elderly Reflections. If this video spoke to you, like it, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell so you never miss a moment of elderly wisdom and senior health insights that could change your life. And tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? I'd love to know your story, your background, your journey. We're building a community that learns from one another, that lifts each other up. One evening, one step, one food at a time. Because no matter your age, 60, 70, 80 or more, your life still has chapters left to write. And how you nourish yourself tonight may just shape how you rise tomorrow. Here's to your heart, here's to your brain, and here's to the small, beautiful choices that keep us young in all the ways that count.